Legal loopholes. Credit repair tactics exposed. Chapter 14. The truth about inquiries. Legal loopholes regarding multiple inquiries. There is somewhat of a loophole regarding inquiries. The loophole is that every subscriber or creditor does not necessarily pull the same report to see if you are approved for a line of credit. So it is possible to distribute your inquiries to a specific credit bureau. For instance, if you wanted to apply for a Orchid Bank credit card, you would call the Orchid Bank credit card company and state something to the following. Excuse me, sir or madam, I'm interested in applying for an Orchid Bank credit card, and I was wondering which credit bureau you use to determine if I'm approved. If he or she doesn't know, you should ask to please be transferred to a department that would best know this information. So at the end of your investigation, you would find out that although Orchid Bank reports your monthly payments to all three bureaus, they only pull your Equifax report to determine if you're approved or not. So if you had a low score on your Equifax credit report along with several inquiries, it would not be a good idea to apply for the above card, as you would likely be rejected, as well as lose 5 points on your already low score. On the other hand, if you had several inquiries on your TransUnion and Experian report, and you wanted to apply for an additional credit card, you would find a company that only pulls your Equifax report when making lending decisions. Again, some companies pull all three credit files, some pull only two, some only pull one, when deciding if they're going to determine to give you credit or not. It is totally up to you to do your homework and research, to know before you apply which report they will pull. Additionally, you could ask a family member or friend to look at their credit reports under the inquiry section and see which company pulled their reports. In return, they may tell you that the Department of Education, which is student loans, use your Equifax report. Capital One Bank uses TransUnion and Experian, and U.S. Bank uses TransUnion when determining whether or not to issue you credit. For example, one of your friends or family members has opened up a recent account that you desire to have also. Ask them to look at their credit report under inquiries to see which report that company pulled. Subsequently, this does not mean that these companies don't report to all three major credit bureaus on a monthly basis, but it simply means a company may only use 1, 2, or 3 credit bureaus to determine whether to extend you credit. The good, the bad, and the ugly. There is also an additional way to increase your chances of being approved for credit cards. There are companies on the web that rate credit cards according to what type of credit you need to obtain for that particular card. The ratings are usually credit cards for people with excellent credit, good credit, fair credit, and credit cards for people with bad credit. I recently reviewed a printout from one of these companies, and it had a list of credit cards for people with good credit. In addition, it stated that you should apply for these credit cards, which are good credit, only if your credit score is between 660 to 719. By using this method, you can greatly increase your chances of being approved for a specific credit card. Additionally, many of these websites update the list daily. So if you did your homework and reviewed your credit score prior to applying for credit, and it was a 680, you would more than likely be approved for a good credit card. Note, don't forget to take into consideration which credit bureau the credit card company uses and how many inquiries you already have on that report. Some of the websites that list the credit card company's prerequisites in lieu of your credit ratings, good, bad, or ugly, are creditcards.com, creditcard321.com, bankrate.com, cardratings.com, and there are many more. Remember, when applying for credit, the process should not be like spinning a roulette wheel or throwing a pair of dice. Using the above mentioned test methods will ultimately stack the deck in your favor and drastically improve your chances of approval. Note that many collection companies are starting to pull multiple collection inquiries on credit reports. This deters lenders from granting you credit as well as lowering your credit score. If this happens to you, notify the company that you did not give them permissible purpose to place a hard inquiry on your credit report, and that it is adversely affecting your credit score. Also notify the credit bureaus of this practice. I have listed an actual inquiry below that was one of two that were on a credit report under hard inquiries. These inquiries show up on your credit report as follows. Account Receivable Management. Next line, 155 Mid-Atlantic. Next line, Thoroughfare, New Jersey, 08086. Next line, telephone number 856-931-4500. Requested on November 16th, 2007. Permissible purpose, collection. Source, actual TransUnion credit report.